Good evening, everyone. This is Esther Armada here, or good morning, depending on where you're tuning from. It's Esther Armada, as well as my friend and partner, Justin Grabenbauer, tuning in live for our webinar tonight. So today we're going to start talking about sales funnels and how to automate your business. And, starting a business in this day and age is hard, guys. I mean, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time throughout the day. We've got perhaps a full-time job. Some of us may have children in the mix, sending them out to school, lessons, dogs, social lives. We don't have a lot of time. And this is where sales funnels come in. We also have a special guest here tonight, and that's Edgar Stovovich. Hopefully I pronounced your last name okay. I'm sorry if I butchered it, Edgar, but thank you for tuning in with us tonight as well. And let's just get started into the presentation, Justin.
All right, and let me make sure that I do it the right way this time to make sure everybody can see my slides and we have no problems. So let me know, okay? Let me just screen share and present to everyone. And that is what I like to see. Can you see this okay, Esther?
Yes, I can see it. I can see it perfect.
Awesome.
Edgar, can you see it as well? Okay, great. Okay, guys, so before we get into this presentation, let's just pay attention, okay? So turn off all your cell phones, any sort of distractions that you may have. If you're watching TV, if you have any social media on, your Facebook, Instagram, all of that. If you're really serious about wanting to leverage the power of automation in your business, then this webinar is an absolute game changer for you. Okay, guys, so let's pay attention. So who are we and why should you listen to us? So let's just talk about myself. So first of all, I am a mother of two, and I'm based out of Toronto, Canada. I actually have two beautiful kids, ages 3 and 5. And I actually left the corporate world to spend more time with my family. The type of job that I was in was a recruiter, and in that role, I had no work-life balance. And so, raising my children was so important to me. My husband and I, we decided early on that this is what I wanted to do and be there for my kids. I'm a college dropout or a university dropout, and I was taking business admin at the time. And I've been full-time online for about a year. And guys, if you're listening to this, I was that person that went from one course to another, purchased, courses on and on, just thinking that it would somehow lead me to success. And then eventually I was able to stumble upon the program that we're in right now as my major breakthrough online since 2017. So guys, the reason why I'm showing you some of these pictures is just to show you what I've been able to do throughout this past year, to be able to travel. And how amazing would that be to be able to pick up, go anywhere you want, when you want, with whom you want, and not have to worry about how much time can I get off? Do I have to ask my boss if I can, take out 2 weeks vacation? And I just want to remind you guys, I'm Canadian. Typically in Canada, when you have a job, you start off with 2 weeks vacation, which isn't a lot of time to go traveling and to do the things that you really want to do. But imagine that. Imagine being able to pick up and not even having to worry about asking for time off. And here I am. I actually just got home from the Grenadines last night. That's why my face is so tanned. But I was able to go with my husband and Turks and Caicos a few weeks ago, as well as London. We just got back from London. Actually, all 3 of us just got back from London about a week and a half ago as well. So just wanted to share that with you to see what that would be like and if you were to have an online business. So I believe I'll introduce my business partner, Justin Gravenbauer, and I think he wants to talk a little bit about himself as well. So I'll hand it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. And yes, it was nice to nice to see that you're back from the Grenadines and you had a phenomenal time. Saw that the beautiful, well, it's not an Airbnb, but wherever you were at that you rented out that could have 15 people and a private chef and a maid. And my goodness, that is living the dream right there. So
Oh
awesome.
gosh.
Um, this is Justin Gravenbauer streaming down here from Quito, Ecuador, down in South America. If you're not familiar, Ecuador is a very, very small country right in between Colombia and Peru. And I am a husband, father, and a father of one beautiful Ecuadorian street dog, which is a golden retriever named Marley. I just like to throw that in there just because I don't have kids yet and I don't exactly want to feel left out. So I am a world traveler and expat. Originally grew up in Massachusetts, well, Massachusetts, Florida, and Maine in the USA, and then moved down here about 2 years ago, actually, just past the 2-year date. I'm a field service engineer by trade. I originally was in electronics engineering. That's what I did for work in the corporate world until I eventually, at that point, just over 2 years ago, that's when I started having bad anxiety, panic attacks, and everything like that. And I made the decision to completely take a huge change in my life. And well, that's why I'm down here in Ecuador now. And I'm an online marketer by choice. So just like Esther and many others, and probably a lot of you listening on this live webinar or the replay of this webinar, I had that shiny object syndrome and in the beginning of my online marketing journey had a lot of difficulties trying to figure out how to make things work through, different affiliate products and trying to learn how to make funnels myself. And let's just say it, after a lot of spending over 30K plus just in these different programs and all these things, I only made about 28 bucks. And that breakthrough did not happen until December of last year, which is when I put shiny object syndrome to rest and was able to actually have a major breakthrough, just like Esther and just like Edgar and many others. And I also like to show, because travel is a huge part of my life. As you can see, photos of here from Aruba on the top left in a submarine. A couple of photos of Ecuador over here, one on the coast, one towards the Amazon and the cloud forest, St. Lucia, Galapagos Islands. Bottom right is in Iceland, which was actually a funny little story about how I got stuck in Iceland on the way back from the UK just recently. So that was pretty cool. Colombia, Vegas, and all over the place. And I really just like to show you this, not to brag or anything. I just want to show you what's truly possible when you can actually just work from your laptop, work from your phone, and not actually have to be the one that's self-employed doing all of the work. Actually having a system that you can leverage so that you're in these beautiful places, but you are not attached to your phone or your laptop at all times. So really think about this, everybody. Imagine how your life would be if you could automate most of the parts of your online business. And this is where I'm talking about. You can go from being, if you do already have an online business, be from the self-employed kind of person to actually be able to use leverage, have somebody do some of the work for you and you make the money from it. And imagine how your life could be if you could earn more money by doing less, hence leverage. And how you could plug into a proven business model that worked, that's generated millions, over 10 million plus in the past couple of years, and is still going. And actually, this is the prime time. Since December of last year, this has literally exploded. I just wanted to go over a little bit of a background and what are the biggest problems within the industry. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to these. One of the first ones is people don't like pitching to their friends and family. This is the traditional network marketing direct sales model where you make your list of your top 100 or 200 people, friends and family, and just keep pitching them your opportunity. And eventually, if you go through a couple different companies, like most people do, then they really get sick and tired of hearing what you have to say, right? And people just don't like to get rejected in general. We all have egos, and we don't like our ego being hurt. People don't know how to generate leads daily. And, whether it be organically or with paid advertising, getting those actual good quality leads, which could be qualified buyers. And people don't know how to close a sale or upsell. I personally have had problems with this, and can still do from time to time. That's why I definitely believe in this system, because I was never much of a good seller, let alone trying to upsell something. It was hard enough for me to sell, something cheap. So that's certainly a major problem in the industry, and I know I'm certainly not the only one that has that problem. So, and also, people just don't know how to get team duplication. The thing is, if you're the only one making money in the company or within a team, then it doesn't really show very good things for yourself. You want to have that team, the team below you, that's getting just the amount of results as you are. So, and if you're running an online business, this is even more specific of the problems that you may encounter, right? Glued to your computer. What good is it if you're out in the Grenadines, I guess there was, but if you were stuck to your computer the whole time and you can't actually, enjoy yourself, go in the pool, have a couple drinks, everything like that, you still have to actually be on your computer 24/7 to actually make any money. And trading time for money most of the time. Again, this is basically, if any of you have ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad or Cash Flow Quadrant, this talks about how you need to get from the employer to the self-employed to the business owner to the investor quadrants. And if you're still trading your time for money, you're still technically either employed or self-employed. So you need to use that leverage. Or you don't have enough time for your business. You're too busy with just the day-to-day lifestyle with your kids, with cooking, with cleaning, and everything like that. And by the time you're done with your regular job, you just don't have time to put in the work for your business that could generate you a fortune. Or you don't have a real system in place. There's nothing that's not laid out for you that you can actually convert for you. Whereas, it's very, very difficult to generate a product and generate the sales funnels and all that. That can take years. So if you have a system where that's all made and done for you, then all you have to do is plug into it and let it work. Or, people don't know how to set one up. Again, this can take years to actually do. Does any of that sound familiar to any of you? If I could see you all, I would say raise your hand, but for now, I'm just going to continue forward. So let us help eliminate those problems for you. So the reason why we're doing this webinar this evening is to show you how you can leverage the power of sales funnels and a proven system that already, the results are there, that we don't have to make anything up. You can clearly see the results with this system. So we want to show you how you can leverage sales funnels within your business and truly create an online income explosion for yourself. Just one little disclaimer about this. I have to put this out there. The results you're about to see are not typical. The system we're about to share with you generated great income results for us and many others, but it took commitment and massive action taking. This is not for people that want to get rich quick or those who are not coachable. You will have to put in the work, especially in the beginning. There is no guarantee that you will get the same results because we're all unique, different, and everyone's results and goals are not the same. So now that that's covered, let's get into the thick of it. Esther, would you like to take it from this point?
I sure will. Okay, so what we're going to be covering today is secret number 1, which is the anatomy of a sales funnel. Number 2, personal branding and why it's so important. And number 3, how to plug into a sales funnel that's generated $10+ million online and running. So secret number 1, so the anatomy of a sales funnel. So we first have the awareness and then the interest, decision, and action. So anyone who has an online business, you need to convert your website visitors into paying customers. And this doesn't just go for online business, guys. It goes for offline as well, because if you don't have visitors or leads, you don't have a business. And if you fail to do that, you will hardly make any money online. So your primary goal is to move people from one stage to another until they are ready to purchase. And so you do that with a sales funnel. The definition of a sales funnel refers to the buying process that people go through when purchasing products. A sales funnel is divided into steps which differ depending on the particular sales model online. So the anatomy of a sales funnel. So initially you will have your leads. And, with our business, you can get free leads, whether that be through a social media platform. That could be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We actually use Facebook to generate our leads. Or you can use paid advertising or paid leads. So that could be solo ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, anything like that. And then that's where you would be able to get your prospects, and they would be opting into your offer and seeing what you actually have, and eventually turning them into customers, which is stage 3. Secret number 2, personal branding and why it's important. So if you're not using Facebook as a tool to build awareness for yourself, you're missing out on arguably the world's most powerful free marketing tool. So Facebook, I mean, guys, if you've been living under a rock, you know that it's so important to brand yourself and to use that as a tool to brand yourself. And if you position yourself properly, you will become a leader and an influencer in whatever niche you're promoting. So building a personal brand means providing value in one or multiple niches that people begin to associate your name with the idea of what it means to be successful in that industry. Personal branding, it's so important because audiences tend to trust people more than corporations, and people want to do business with people that they like, know, and trust. So putting a strong personal brand on the front line of your sales process can dramatically improve your conversion rates. I mean, with all of our Facebook profiles, we are, basically putting ourselves out there, like our true authentic self, lifestyle photos, perhaps quotes, things that are important to us that show, I guess, our audience or our prospects who we are. And so that in itself, it tends to warm up your prospect because they, in a way, get to know you or get to know who you are and what you stand for. And so your personal brand will make you stand out from the crowd and enhance your value. Secret number 3, how to plug into a sales funnel that has generated $10+ million online and is still running. So we actually came across a winning system that was created by an 8-figure online earner, and he actually mastered the art of sales funnels. So all of these funnels and the entire system, it's done for you. It's plug and play. All the funnels are pre-tested. All the squeeze pages are pre-tested. All the tracking links are done for you. Email follow-ups. It really is a business in a box, and he's unveiled his secrets with us today. So we're going to actually just show a quick video about this sales funnel. So I guess, Justin, I'll hand it over to you.
All right. So in this video, I'm going to explain how my membership site works. More importantly, how it can start making you a full-time living on the internet, all on complete autopilot. Here is what we call a sales funnel. We call it a sales funnel because all you have to do is get people into the top of the funnel and let them filter down through the different layers which make you money on autopilot. Now don't worry about getting the traffic because I have lots of different proven traffic strategies that I will be showing you. Like how I can generate 7 million views to just one Facebook post here. Once you get a new member into the sales funnel, they are locked under you for life. That means if they buy a product from us today or tomorrow or even in 30 days' time, you get credited with the sale now and forever. The first layer of a sales funnel is always a free offer, which builds your email list. We have some of the highest converting free offers on the internet to date. The second layer of a sales funnel is what we call the front end offers. This is where we take your free members and we turn them into paying customers. We have over 10 high converting front end offers which range from traffic generating courses to amazing pieces of software just like the one I'm using right now to sketch out this presentation right in front of your eyes. I'm using a piece of software that I created called Easy Sketch Pro that lets anyone with zero technical skills create these amazing doodle animation videos. You can set the price for these front-end products to anything that you like, and you get to keep a whopping 50% of all the sales. Now, these front-end products are proven to convert well into the millions of dollars in sales. In fact, here is a screenshot from my JVZoo account for just 2 of these products. Yes, that's right. We've already sold over $2.2 million worth, and they still sell like crazy every single day. These products are selling for hundreds of dollars a time on JVZoo, but remember I said that you get to set the price. And the third layer of a sales funnel is what we call the back end offer. And this is where you make the big money on complete, hands-free, totally done for you autopilot.
All right there, Esther. You there?
Hi there, I'm here. So real people get real results. And today I want to introduce our friend and teammate, Edgar Stojicek. Did I pronounce your last name properly?
Well, it's
Stojicek.
Edgar Stopichev.
There we go. Sorry about that, Edgar. But we're having him here today to share his story, how he came online, and just to share your journey with us.
All right. First of all, I so much appreciate you guys, and I want to say a big thank you for having me here, because actually last year, at the beginning of this year, I would imagine to be here, right where I am right now. So I'm going to you live right now from Manchester, England. And actually, this business is what brought me here. I've just, not so long time ago, I came here for the live event on this exact business, what we're talking about. And I wouldn't imagine be here at as I said, the beginning of this year, because I was stuck in my job I was working as a dealer in casino, actually dealing the cards on the blackjack and poker, and I was actually stuck in this job for 4 years, and I was not happy. I was not happy there. I was working night shifts, 12-hour long. I was completely sick and tired, and I did whatever it takes to, because I knew I don't want to work on the job I don't like for the rest of my life. It's like I give myself at least 30 or 40 years, right? That's a lot of time. And I knew I have time to figure something out. So what I did is do some computer science courses, networking, programming, and I thought that information technologies is going casino, and eventually it did. So, but after that, by doing courses, I've got into information technologies for working as an information system administrator. And at that period, that's when one of my friends introduced me to marketing industry. And the first company was actually multi-level marketing company. And for 4 months, I tried to, as Justin before said, as they teach, make list of 100 people, go to them, pitch them, just uh, like I had no experience on selling as well. I actually was failing a lot, and I invested around 1,000 euros and got back maybe 18 euros. So I completely failed at that actually. But anyways, after that, I wanted to work this out because I knew there is something about marketing. And after reading Robert Kiyosaki's book, where he said that marketing is the best skill that you can have in your life and it's going to be really useful, I was looking at the Facebook page of Robert Kiyosaki, and that's when I found out um, Danny Joshi. He's the guy who introduced me to online marketing. And yeah, basically that's how all it started for me. Danny Joshi introduced me to this opportunity, and I'm so grateful for him to that because I was able to make actually my first sales in my first month. And right after I was joining, maybe a week or so, it was on the Christmas Eve when I had my first autopilot sale. Actually, I it was like a gift waking up to uh, like a Christmas gift, waking up to these sales. And I knew it right then that I want to enjoy the freedom. And that's how I've put the goal to go to England and enjoy, actually see the people behind the screen, because I was talking to a lot of people while I was in this business, but I never seen them. And yeah, I thought, come on, let's use it. let's uh, let's leverage the power of this business. So as you might understand, I'm English is not my even primary language. So even if the language barrier is not a problem, well, if I can do it, definitely all of you can do it, even with my language barrier, right? And you know what? Actually, back then, when I was presented this opportunity, I had no money at all. I was making $650 a month. Well, I was totally broke on my job, and I had also the things to pay for, the rent, the food, and stuff like that. So I was completely broke. And, anyways, after seeing the vision, after seeing the potential, I said, enough is enough. I don't want to work 30 years for somebody else's dream. I want to make my dream happen. And so that's how I got here right now, waking up to sales and enjoying my time in Manchester, England, together with you, Justin and Esther. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate sharing my story.
Edgar, you're awesome. You have an awesome story.
Amazing.
Over from Latvia, right?
Oh yeah, I'm from Latvia originally.
Awesome. And he's just hanging out there in the UK now for how long? You've been there for 2 weeks now? Or?
I've been for 2 weeks and one more week. I'm going to London tomorrow, actually.
Now that's life. Going from no money to 3 weeks abroad in a foreign country, that's always fun.
Yeah, so, and I'm still making money over here.
Absolutely. Oh, congrats, man. Congrats. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. So let me share my screen here again. And I just wanted to show, we skipped a little bit above ahead, but let me show you. If you can, let me see, present to everyone. I did it again. There we go. We're good. You see that, guys? Guys and gal?
I see it.
Okay, cool. So this is just showing, proof of how I literally went from nothing, from starting in the online industry, $28 sale, I had one sale that was a pass-up sale, so I technically didn't profit it. So $28 in profit after over 30K plus spent. But in December, that was the breakthrough month. Within 3 weeks of this new system, I was able to have a 13K plus in sales breakthrough, which is over 7K in profit. So that's pretty phenomenal within 3 weeks, coming from nothing, right? And I'm not the only one. Esther, you had some pretty good success so far too, right?
That's right, Justin. Again, I had my breakthrough with this system and was able to generate 10,000 in sales, and $1,000 of that was just the front end sales. So how nice is that to be able to go to sleep and wake up and get a notification on your phone that you've made a $3,000 franchise sale? I mean, that is the power of automation. It's working while you're sleeping. I've also been out to lunch with some friends and had that same notification coming in, and it's just, I have to say, it's just a wonderful feeling to have that.
Absolutely agree. And what you see here too is we're not the only ones. You see all the names listed on here, and this is actually just as many screenshots as I could basically just fit in this slide. But this is converting like hotcakes for everybody. And I want to mention this because think about this. Where have you ever heard of a team having conversion rates of 70% and above? Right? That just, I just can't even fathom that number. That is, and actually one of the coaches actually has almost 80% conversion rate. So especially when you're a person like me, or maybe you are good at sales, but I'm not. But you know, having people that can convert that well for you, and then as Esther said, so you can actually wake up to it. I've actually physically woken up to 2 of them. Literally waking up to the notification, not an alarm clock, but the notification of the sale. So that's a pretty freaking amazing feeling. So imagine if you could really have that, if you could literally wake up to money. That is true freedom. And really, that is team duplication. So what I wanted to go over right now is truly, you know, why should you become a pro member? This is how we all started. This is how Edgar started. This is how I started. This is how Esther started. This is how everybody that has had any success started as a pro member. So I'm just going to go over some of the few things that you do get as a pro member today. Okay. First of all, you get 9 different traffic hacks and Facebook marketing tools. These are some of them right here. Insta Tsunami, which teaches you about, you know, leveraging with your Instagram. 1 penny per visitor. Auto Emulate Live, which actually basically has you can record a video and it'll have an overlay of a Facebook Live, and you can set how many viewers, and you can set the hearts and stuff going across the screen. And that basically, that'll make you an authority before you're actually an authority, which will actually grow your audience. There's Easy Sketch Pro, which you saw on the video earlier when Mr. Paul Lynch was talking about that. He had the actual video drawn by Easy Sketch Pro, and that can be used in any industry and can actually be leveraged to sell to any industry, because videos like that are fun, intuitive, they're not boring or anything like that. So there's a huge market. Facebook traffic hack, that's how you see Paul Lynch got those 7 million views on that one video. And may I say, cheap views. I think a lot of these are coming in between 1 and 3 cents a view. Local marketing hack, top secret traffic hack, video views tsunami, and YouTube tsunami. This is about how you can really get your views boosted in YouTube, and how you can really get your ratings good. So you're up, when people search for something, you're up in the top ratings. So people see your videos first. The next one that you'll get as a pro member, the next thing is a done-for-you high converting sales funnels for each and every one of those products that I just listed for you earlier, right? And this is actually just an example of one of the sales funnels that's actually already done for you. So this is the opt-in page
that you would either, this could be organic leads, or you can just buy some solo ad traffic and have them go through here. It's very, very high converting. A lot of these opt-in rates are between, obviously depending upon the traffic you're putting in there, between 40 and 60%, which is way higher than industry average. So it definitely works. Very, very good. And here's another one. This is the one for Easy Sketch Pro, where it actually has a video in there using the software to market the software, right? And you just have people enter their email, everything in there, password, and good to go. Okay, and then the next thing you get as a pro member is you get all the banners, emails, and tracking links. As Esther and I mentioned it, this is literally done for you. All of this stuff that takes many, many thousands of dollars and a lot of time to create is already done. You just leverage it, right? And here's just some examples of some of the banners right here that you can put up. And there you see they're GIF images, so they're actually they're moving, right? And here's just an example of the email swipes. You get all the email swipes for all the different front-end products. They tell you exactly, what to use for the subject, what to use for the body, what image to insert, what links to insert. Everything that you need to do is already done for you. Just put it in there in your Aweber, and you're ready to go. And again, tracking links are very, very useful, because you want to really track and see what campaigns are doing good for you. You don't want to just throw stuff against the wall and hope it will stick, right? You want to see, okay, is this working? Is this not working? If it is, let me scale it up. And 1 second, as the radio randomly turned on. So you see in this one, this is just one of my first actual solo ad runs that I did right here. I paid for 100 clicks, and I got almost a 56% opt-in rate, which is absolutely insane. And those are downline members that are put into my site that are basically, like was mentioned in the video earlier, they are tied to me. So if they ever do make a purchase, it's always tied to me. It can never actually go anywhere else. So that's very, very beautiful with leveraging that. The next thing that you get is all of the proven traffic strategies that are used for solo ad conversion. They basically have taken the time to go through some of the best vendors, some of the best sources of traffic, so you don't have to go through it and have the risk of getting scammed, because let's be real, there's a lot of scammers out there in the solo ad world that just either take your money and run, or they send a bunch of bots that are not actually humans, so you never actually get converting sales from it. So through this traffic sources section of all the proven traffic sources that will convert very, very good for you and lead to sales. The next thing is free traffic that guarantees you 30 members. And this is actually one of the best things, because they are using their own money to actually prove to you that the funnels work, right? So we are actually sending 30 new members to your downline to show that the conversions do work, and you can actually possibly make sales, front-end sales, and possibly a back-end sale just from those 30 members that are sent for free. You also get a coaching call with your own traffic coach, and you get the opportunity to own your own franchise. And let me tell you guys and gals that this is the way to truly make the huge money in the industry. You can make very, very good money in the front end, but the back end is where a couple of those sales in a month, and you're all set. You're traveling, you're free to do everything that you want with your family and all that, compared to selling hundreds of front-end sales, for peanuts a piece. Why not have a couple of back-end sales that can literally free you up and put you in financial freedom just with a couple of them? That is true freedom. And they're closed for you. The coaches do all that. You don't even have to touch any of that stuff. So this has a total value of over $4,934, and I think that is totally undervaluing what you actually get for all of this. But That's still very, very difficult for most people to achieve or to actually pay for right out. I definitely I wouldn't have any of that money running around to pay for. So we're not going to charge you $4,934. No way. And we're not going to charge you $2,997. That's honestly still way too much. We're not going to charge you $1,997. Not even $997. Although all of this is truly worth its weight in gold, because the funnels, the money and time that it took to go into all those, the actual money and time that it took to actually create those products, that's over tens of thousands of dollars to actually create all of that stuff. So get started as a pro member today. All you have to do is a one-time payment of $77. Come on, under $100. 77 bucks. I mean, think about this. If you were to go out to the bar on the weekend or a restaurant or whatever, that's easy to spend with two people, right? You will rarely find your ability to actually start a business at $77. That is just a freaking bargain. And also, for the first 10 people that action today, we like people that are action takers. We don't like people that are toe dipping from one side to the other. We like people that just like to get in, go all in, and make things happen. Because at the end of the day, those are the ones that truly get results, right? So for the first 10 people that take action today, we're going to do a bonus of our weekly coaching call. It's generally always on Saturdays in the evening. And what we cover in there are different things. It could be organic recruiting techniques, which we've also learned from other businesses. That's a huge value because you don't have to pay what we had to pay to actually learn all those techniques. We give you different updates on how to get the most of your business, whether it's a Facebook ad that we tested out that's converting very well, or a solo ad vendor, or email copy that we've written for our autoresponder to send out that's converting well and getting sales. And also we cover Q&A sessions. So if anybody that's coming into the calls, if you have any questions regarding how to do something, we'll always be there on these coaching calls to answer any questions that you may have and be very, very thorough. Very, very thorough with it. Excuse me. I'm misplacing my words this evening. And also, we truly have a team with this. As you can see on the left right here, that's just a sample of one of our weekly coaching calls. This one was actually just taking place this past Saturday. And as you see on the right, we also have live events with this business. And we just got back a couple of weeks ago from that, and it was great. We've known all the guys and gals from the business beforehand, from communicating with them online, but actually meeting them in person was phenomenal. It was a whole other level. They're just so humble. I mean, look at Paul Lynch right there with Esther and all of us, and this guy, he's an 8-figure earner. He's made over 10+ million just on this system alone. And he literally, he'll just walk up to you, hey, how's it going? He's just such a humble guy. Esther and Edgar, you both met Paul Lynch. So what do you say about Paul?
Oh my gosh, I would say that he is so easygoing and approachable and just a regular person. I had an amazing time, a couple of weeks back when I met you and the rest of the team and Paul. It was fantastic.
Absolutely. And Edgar, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you got to meet Paul, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, what Paul did for me is actually he paid for my hotel so I can stay for a live event in where the company is based, That's amazing how caring person he is. Actually, she's so humble, as you said, Justin.
Absolutely.
So grateful.
Absolutely. And he didn't have to do anything like that, but he saw that Edgar's coming into a foreign country, and at that time he just needed he was risking it all actually to come here, you know, with finances, and he did it anyways. And you know, Paul Lynch, a humble guy as he is, literally he knew what was going on, and he literally he brought you up straight up to the room in the middle of the event to hand you that money to be able to stay there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what he did. Actually, he didn't have to do it, but he did it.
And actually, when we were well, the last event, he also, it was Mindy's birthday, and he handed her a nice expensive bottle of champagne. I saw that video. And what the event that Esther and I were at, a colleague of ours, Jennifer, it was her and her husband's, I believe it was 21st anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know, he's on top of all this stuff. He knows everything that's going on. So he had a bottle of champagne and everything ready for them too to celebrate. So, you know, it's very, very difficult to find such high level earners being so humble. Usually they're at the front of the room and there's like this barrier, you know, you have to pay money just to even talk to him, but he's just like a regular guy. And the rest of the team, the rest of the coaches, phenomenal being able to talk to them in person and really take things to another level. So
yeah.
So today, again, you don't have to pay $4,934 to become a pro member. Although it's worth way more than that. So if you wanted to become a pro member today, all you would need to do is click the button below. Hold on, let me get on my screen sharing. Click the button below. Whoever invited you to this webinar and you're on their page, click the button below to get started with them. It's only $77. Again, that's like one night out on a Saturday night. And you can make that money back just like that. Again, I did 13K plus in sales in 3 weeks. Esther did 10K plus in sales in 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar has his first 3K sale in a week? How long was it?
In the first month.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, again, made it back easy. So, you know, honestly, think about this, everybody. We've all been in the state of transition. Like I was literally about to give up before I found this. Struggling 30K in debt, you know, it really drags on you. I don't know if any of you can relate. But when you find something that works, you truly stick with it. Because I'm very, very particular with anything that I promote, unless I firmly believe in it. And I know Esther and Edgar are definitely the same. We're not people that just like, you know, throw stuff around. Hey, join this. Hey, join this. Hey, join this. No, that's not what we're about. Because we've all are in the whole scheme of things. We're very, very new in the internet marketing industry. A lot of people fail for 5-10 years. So if we only failed for a year or less, we did pretty good. But, you know, the fact that, you know, success leaves clues. The fact that none of us, including people that aren't on this call, never made any money online before this system, and then all of a sudden, all of us have this type of success, it obviously shows something is possible. And we truly are we're just normal people. I'm just a traveler that lives down in Ecuador. Esther, she's a mother of 2 out in Toronto. Edgar's temporarily in the UK, out in Latvia. We're not these internet marketing legends. We're just normal people that, you know, want to provide for our families and just have a good life, like I guarantee most of you that are watching. So if you really want to make a change in your life, whether you're in a transition from a job or if you're in internet marketing and you really don't feel like you're getting the results that you want, or you don't have that coaching that you need to really get you forward and propelled into your success, then, you know, either join below, click and go for that $77 and join as a pro member, or just send us a message if you just want to know more information, whoever referred you to this webinar. And we'd love to see you on board and welcome you into the family and have you part of the team. So, you know, we love seeing new people and new faces, and maybe we can bring you on as the next success story in one of these webinars. That would really be a very, very awesome thing to do. So thank you all so much. Anything you have to say, Esther, Edgar, before we close it out?
The only thing that I would have to say is that me being a mom of 2 kids, not technically inclined at all, I had trouble with that, like especially with internet marketing. And this is a done-for-you system, and it's part of what appealed to me, on top of it being a successful system. So basically, I know it sounds cliche, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. As long as you have the drive and the commitment and the hard work, anyone can do this.
Absolutely. Edgar, anything to say?
Absolutely. I agree with both of you guys. Because if you have a strong desire to care for your family, for your loved ones, and for yourself, this is what's driving me forward to do whatever it takes to improve the quality of life. And for myself, for my family, that was really driving me forward to do whatever it takes, actually. Yeah, that's for me.
Absolutely. Doing whatever it takes. That's truly what it takes. So thank you all for joining. I really appreciate all of you that are hanging on to watch this live webinar, or if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And you can either hit the button below to join with us today, or whomever brought you to view this webinar, or contact the person that directed you to this webinar to reach out for more information, and we'd love to answer all your questions. Okay? But without further ado, have an excellent evening, or whenever you're watching this, morning, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside. Thank you so much. Have an excellent evening. Bye-bye.